Welcome back, guys. It's me, Sintra. Welcome back to another anime adventures video. So today I'm uploading a video on how to max your characters pretty fast. Now, while you're watching this, you might say, well, the update is coming up soon. How can I change my strat to level characters every single update? And today I'm going to show you how to do that. It's pretty simple though. It's not really hard to do. It doesn't really require much, and most of the time you just do it with 3 or 2 characters depending on what you use. For the sake of this video, I'm going to be using 3 of these characters. I'm going to be using Miriam, Natsu, and Speedwagon. It's not too complicated. It's pretty simple, but I will be showing you different varieties and different ways of doing this. It's not super hard either, and it doesn't really require you to do much. So I'm going to start up. So basically, before I start, I want to explain kind of how this works. So every single update, you get a new map, and on that new map, it's always going to be the highest rewarding XP. Now, realistically, it doesn't take too much to level up your characters. It should take you roughly from 1 to 100. It should take you roughly 3 to 4 hours. Now, it seems like a lot, but keep in mind, this is without feeding. This is without doing much other than like running infinite mode the entire time. So what I like to do is I like to do magic, and for whatever update ends up happening, if we do get a new map, this is going to apply to pretty much all of them. So every single time we get a new map, it is always going to be the highest rewarding XP one, and it's always going to be the one that you want to do. So like I said, I'm going to start off by using King Ant, Natsuo, and then Speed Cart. Now Speed Cart isn't necessarily a need. You can bring him. It's more of like an option to make it easier. You can also do Bulma. I know plenty of people that use Bulma for this. It's not really hard. I'll kind of show like an example of how to do this. Before I start that, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. I am live on Twitch almost every other day. It is twitch.tv/Sintra. I am coming up on 1K subs soon, so I am planning to do 2 to 5K giveaway. I might do multiple in my Discord, so if you haven't joined my Discord, it is discord.gg/Sintra. Besides that, we're doing tons of leaderboard help, tons of like unit showcases, and most of the time I'm in there streaming my leaderboard runs as well. So if you are interested in that, feel free to join. Again, it is discord.gg/Sintra. Okay, so it's pretty simple. Once you load in, I like to use a speed cart. It's kind of dependent on whatever you want to use. It's not really that important. Keep in mind, if your units aren't maxed, it shouldn't be too much of an like issue. It should be pretty easy to kind of just get through. So yeah, I'm gonna place one of these guys, and then another farm, and then another farm, and now so it should be able to take care of this. I'm gonna max out these, and then we should be good. Now keep in mind, obviously I have a divine trait. It's gonna make it way easier, and you don't have to use Natsu. I'm only using Natsu because of the fire. If it wasn't for the fire, I wouldn't be using it. It's just really simple. 90% of these like units are gonna be like kind of like easier to kill with fire, so that's kind of why I'm gonna use it now. Yeah, shouldn't be too hard. And obviously you want to kind of place shit in the front because it makes it a lot faster. If you weren't doing that, it would take a little bit longer, but yeah. So right now I'm gonna put another Miriam. Kind of upgrade a little bit, and then put another Natsu. You could have waited another round, but yeah. So now that we're kind of in this, I can kind of explain the thought process around this. Say you have anything like maybe you have like a Goku or something. It really doesn't matter what you have, as long as you're doing this and getting to possibly like a wave 25. You should be fine. Now I know a lot of people that go to like wave 15 and wave 10. That's totally fine too. Honestly, that seems kind of like a feed farm. Now if that's something that you're interested, I will make a video explaining how the best way to feed like characters, but as far as like XP grinding alone without needing to feed, this is the best possible way to do it. At least from what I understand, especially the top players that I get to like converse with all the time, they kind of tell me that this is the way they do it, and just based on how many people do it, that's kind of what I'm basing, the ranking of it. Yeah. So put another mirror here. Actually, I'll just place everything down now. Shouldn't be too hard. One of these guys back here, and then one of these guys back here. And then let's upgrade this guy. So yeah, it's not too hard. This is kind of what I mean, is it's pretty simple once you get the hang of it. It should just be placing units down, having them get maxed, and obviously the idea is to play it up front. A lot of people are going to play it back here, and that's totally fine too. This just takes way less, so that's kind of why I do it this way. But yeah, keep in mind it's not a race necessarily, but if you want it to be, it could be. So yeah.
FBT going crazy.
Okay, so for a lot of people, I think they would probably end around here, which is totally normal. It's totally fine. Me personally, I like going to 25. I feel like I get the most rewards out of this, meaning like the capsules, XP, and the drops. That's where it seems kind of most worth it. If you do go to 25, you have a chance of getting at least one of them. I've seen even 4 25, so you get a higher chance of getting more without spending too much time. So I feel like this is like a perfect medium of both of them.
FBT going crazy. FBT going crazy.
Okay, so around this time, you should be nearing 25. So what I like to do is just kind of sell the units. Shouldn't take too long. So wave completed, and then I just get rid of these guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it shouldn't really be that difficult from there. All that happens is you kind of just let them go through, and yeah, you get rid of your units, and you die. Now, I will be showing multiple ways on how to do this. Keep in mind, it's not really that challenging, so you won't need like my setups unless you have my units. But realistically, you can pretty much do this with anything. Now, if your unit loadout kind of consists of just legendaries and low level units, don't be alarmed. There's plenty of ways that you can do this with that. It kind of just, it's based on trial and error, like most of the things in this game. I know it's Magic and it's the newest one. A lot of these things have like 300 200k like bosses. At wave 25 it shouldn't be too much of an issue. My recommendation is, if you need support, try to bring all 6 units. and sacrifice that leveling unless they're characters that you need. But realistically, if you run this, it should just be three characters that you can level up in these slots. All of them will obtain levels, and like I said, in usually in like 2 to 3 hours, sometimes 4, you can get them all to max without feeding. Now, obviously, if you feed, you can get it way sooner, and you'll get a lot of feed too. So it will be a lot sooner, but that's up to you. Okay, and I just died, so I'm gonna get an artifact. And if I had 3 other units, I'd get XP for them. But yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna show some of my units. So as you can see, almost all of them are level 100. There shouldn't be too many. I mean, other than the goat himself, Hyzen, or a Koku. They're not really units that are gonna fit in the meta anytime soon. I think a Koku is pretty useful if you're farming Namek, but even then, I think you only need him like level 30 anyways. So shouldn't be too much. Like I said, you just bring units that you don't have maxed, and it shouldn't take too long to level. I do this with a group, so most of the time we're just all leveling at once, and then yeah, a lot of them just bring uniques. That's what I would have done, is if you have a unique, just bring it. Like I would have normally just done this. I would have brought maybe Urza of Elk, and if someone's doing air, then they'll probably bring their unique air, and that's pretty much it. I wouldn't even have to bring a farm, then everything else would just get leveled. So that's kind of what I mean, is that if you have those accessibilities, like having a unique character, it should be way faster and way more out of it. But it shouldn't take you too much. It should just be 2 characters, 3 characters. If you need more, that's fine, don't worry. Like not everyone is as fortunate of getting like better characters like that. But yeah. Okay, so just to kind of recap, like I said, magic is probably the easiest because it rewards you with the highest amount of XP. If you need to, you can also try Ant Kingdom, which shouldn't be too hard. And Hollow also works just as well. It shouldn't be too difficult. I wouldn't recommend anything under Hollow. I think magic should be the best though, and it shouldn't take you too long to level. If you do need help, feel free to join my Discord or kind of ask in either the wiki server or the actual anime adventure server. Everyone seems pretty useful, and a lot of people are actually like known to this kind of hidden tactic. Pretty simple to do, and it shouldn't take you too long. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. It's been a good one. Once again, feel free to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. I am live on Twitch every single week. Sometimes around 2, sometimes around 3 times a week. But lately, because of school, I've been super swamped, and I will be pushing a lot of videos this week. So it will be sick. My Twitch again is twitch.tv/Sintra, and if you are interested, feel free to join my Discord, discord.gg/Sintra. Like I said, giveaway at 1K. Yeah.